Welcome back. This is a beautiful lesson that I got on this specific Friday because I called it. On Sunday Open, you'll see it's going to explode back up. Why? Well, the fundamental thesis is currently more inclined with Xiao bullish because the war is not really ongoing. Trump really has the same insight, which is trying to sound aggressive but also wanting a deal, meaning there's a high probability of deal coming up. The way I could see it is that they've already structured the deal for it to be opened really aggressively. Perhaps the reason why I got stopped out here, unfortunately I didn't got stopped out, I actually took break even, so we played it very well. But the problem with this specific trade is that I did not want it to leave it over the weekend because there's still the element of risk that if for say the deal is not happening and there's still ongoing war, more aggressive than expected, well, guess what's going to happen to gold? It's going to wipe out everyone in a bearish momentum and then eventually do whatever you want to do. But perhaps the trade that I looked upon the whole group was around 8 a.m. That's another lesson, okay? I want to leave with you guys. At 8 a.m. here, you could see around 4,100. I want to basically buy it, okay? They can mess around these levels, no FOMO, okay? If you're missing out. And then boom, okay, 8:13 p.m. a.m. This was pretty much the reason why I said boom, because we exploded it. So the entry was around here, okay? So 101, 102-ish, okay? Stop loss was pretty relative right here. We had like 80 pips of stop loss. Actually, we had even less, yes, 70 pips. Let's see, what's the stop loss together? The stop loss will be 98. 98, 98, 98, right there. So that was the entry, but we enter around 101. And then we had a beautiful explosion. What I did is that I called that we need to go break even, so take half of a profit. The reason being is because right around New York Open, there's going to be plenty of manipulation, plenty of it. Perhaps these specific longs, there is an overcrowdedness. I even said it to my partner. I said, something sketchy because there's a lot of traders that are actually going along with this one. Perhaps that's what we've seen. They pretty much accumulated and then exploded on a Trump tweet to wipe out basically anyone that wanted to go long on this trade. Finally, restructuration, and then Sunday Open is going to explode. But we wasn't aware of that at first. So we had this here. So we did 100 something pips of take profit in the half of the break even. What I did is as well, I said, let's put it at 98. And then I changed it. I said to the group, let's change the stop loss. Let's put it at 95. Okay. The reason is because I know 95 is a great stop loss level for this specific trade. Perhaps they never touched it. They messed around. You could see all the way to 920 to finally just go bearish. And then a nice little swipe. They swipe pretty much all the stop losses to finally go back up, okay? You could have plotted this beautiful Fibonacci from here to here for the thesis of this single trade. They went to obviously the 127, 113, and then 78 to finally just, starting to accumulate to eventually push on Sunday Open. So what's the lesson here? The lesson is very important. The first and foremost lesson is when you enter around New York Open, especially at 8 a.m., bear in mind there's going to be plenty of manipulation. There's going to be a bunch of stuff that you need to be prepared in advance, have a plan to mitigate all those manipulation. Second lesson here is regardless of whatsoever that could have happened during the weekend, a great entry would have been right there in around my entry initially, which was 100. Why? Well, we still have here 200 pips-ish of buffer. If, for instance, anything happened, you could put your stop loss right above 105, right? The reason why 105 is because the spread could kill you if there's anything ongoing negative for the XAU. So during the Sunday Open, they could swipe everyone out. Perhaps you could be safe because of the 50 pips of bufferness, which I doubt so because I believe there's going to be any sort of closeness of deal. right? So you have 200 pips, or best case scenario, just enter here, take the 200 pips, call it a day. Sunday open, let's see what's going to happen. This is going to explode, but there's going to be another opportunity, maybe a little smaller retracement around 40-ish to enter and to take another 200-300 pips, because the profit is right there. Take profit is at 4,160. To be honest, I believe we can go much higher than that. They could go higher. We'll see what's going to happen. I don't want to forecast too much in the future. What I'd like to know is what's going to likely happen on the open, and the open I believe is going to explode. And so this is the 2 lesson. Remember, the first one is, in mind, if you enter around New York or session open, there's going to be a lot of manipulation. The second of all is to be flexible and to prepare your game plan in advance for any case scenario. The worst case, I would have got out break even. The best case scenario, I would have got out with multiple hundreds of pips, all of us together. And that's the unfortunate part, because I let go of the chart after this manipulation. I said, fuck it. I don't want to waste my time anymore. Perhaps I could have stayed in front of the screen and figured out this game plan in advance, because Sunday open could have been a beautiful beginning of the week for another 600 pips open. But that's that, folks. These are the 2 lessons that I want to leave with you guys. And until the next one, God bless you all. Be legendary.